Okay, so the regarding the network topologies, we talked about several different topologies. So topology means like the way that we are going to connect or like to create a network. What are the ways? So we learn about the star topology, the bus topology, ring, and tree, and the mesh topology, right? So we learn about 5 different topologies, and we wrote the important facts regarding each topology. And I think I asked you to draw the particular the pictures at home. So I think you are complete with those things. So we are going to go for the benefits of networking as the today's topic. So when it comes to the networking, now if your computer is networked with different kinds of devices or the different kinds of computers, so it gives you different kinds of what you call the abilities or like the benefits of having that task or having that network give you some additional features, right? Like when we network particular computers, so we have the ability of the computers will or the devices will get the ability of talking to another device through a central device, so or through the network. So that means it enables a way of communicating one device with another in an efficient manner, right? So one good benefit or the advantage is like data and information can be shared between computers, right? Because when you got the network, you are always connected with a particular another particular devices, right? So if you think like if you think a structure like this, let's say we have this central device and it is being connected with the different kinds of devices like this. As an example, let's say these are just 4 different computers. So in case if you want to, this particular device needs to communicate or like share files with this particular device. So it is able to do, right? Because they are connected through this central device. This can be a hub or a switch. So through that, let's say this is computer A and this is computer B. So through that, computer A will be able to share some device or share some document with the computer B, right? So which is Udan, it is after we done with this lesson, Udan, right? We have something left. Like first we have to finish with this one, then we are going to go for the practical lesson. So then we are going to like it is easy for us to share something. Like if we don't have this network connection, we have to use some portable device or like external storage device. First we have to copy it to that particular device using the like by connecting it to the computer A. Then we have to take that particular pen drive or a CD or whatever the storage device into the computer B and then share that document with the computer B. But when you are having a central device or a network like this, it's not only with the computer B. If this is computer C, you will be able to share what is in between inside computer A with B and C at the same time. At the same time, that's the important part. Like still when we are having a pen drive or particular external storage, we will be able to convey the data into a specific device or the devices we want. But we won't be able to do it at simultaneously at the same time, right? But when we are having a network, that ability is given. And another particular reference or like a particular benefit is like less storage spaces. So like when we think about a network, we are given the ability of maintaining a server computer, right? So the server computer can be connected to a particular computer or a particular central device, kind of a switch or a hub. Then the other computers which are connected to it can use the things inside the server, right? That means these computers, they don't need to store the things that they need to refer. Instead of that, they can store it in the server, and later they can access and read should be there, right? So then all the things will be stored inside the server, one particular place. These things will be accessed to the server and use that particular common space for everyone's work. So like if you think about these computers alone, they need separate storage devices to store their data and all these things, unlike the network. And another one is given over here, ability to share resources. Now it's easy, like when you are having a printer, like it's the same thing that they are illustrate over here. When you're having a printer, if we need to have a printout, we have to connect with that printer. So the general way is like someone take the printer and jacked into the central processing unit, or the the system unit. So from the system unit, it will it will make it manage, right? So then with that, when the system unit is connected with that printer, so that that particular computer will given the chance to print something out from that specific computer only. But when the printer is connected to a network device like a switch or a hub, or even we can connect it to a local machine, that means one single machine, and the machine will be able to communicate, or like or to spread the data to the printer, so they can print out the things from anywhere in the network, right? It doesn't matter whether it is being directly connected to the central device or whether it is being connected through a particular device or a particular other specific devices, right? So anyhow, one particular printer will be shared among a lot of people, right? Again, that can be used at the same time, but only one input will be there, right? Not the all the things will be coming out at once, right? But it's going to be like this. And ability to control the central softwares. Yeah, so like when the software is being installed into the server, so it's only manage what kind of a software that they are going to use to do some day-to-day work. So with the other terminals, or we call them child terminals, those terminals will be connected to the server and use the particular application that they got. Right, and this one, ability to connect at anywhere and at any time. Now, this is specifically for the internet, not any other local area networks will be able to manage it. Like then we have to have a chance of getting things okay, like to have the communication without a guided media or without a wire. Right, so but there are facilities like the apps, like it is open 24, and you can connect it with many different devices at the same time, right? Those kind of ones. Okay, so the security and electronic mail are going to be the other two benefits that we are having. Security, of course, like someone can argue that the security should go, or like the security should be provided by the operating system, not by this particular one. So like, but when it comes to the security part, it's not only the the responsibility not goes with one particular group of people. It is always the entire user's responsibility to give it the relevant security. Right, and email, it's again a service which is given by the internet, right? So we can't say it's, since the internet is the biggest network, we can talk, but when it comes to the electronic mails, it is specific, all right? So it's not like that we are sending a physical letter to our mom or dad, right? Or particular person, right? So it have to be written and go through several different processes to post it. But when it comes to the electronic mails, so it will give you the chance of sending the data, right? So is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right, great. So let's start writing. So heading, benefits of networks. And you may write this heading. You don't need to write the explanation. So are we done? Can we move forward? Anyone who is still writing?
Done, sir.
Okay, so we are moving forward. And less storage space, the second point.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Puta.
Sir, I'm having a question related to one of the future lessons related to CLID, sir, command line interface, sir.
Okay.
So what is actually command line interface?
It is like command line interface is something that we can find in our computer. If you type CMD, you can take the command prompt. So this is kind of an operating system where they have developed at the very first era. We discuss about these things when we are doing the fifth lesson, the operating systems. So it is said as the command line interface because this works only for the commands that we are providing. It does not, we can't like, we can't give any clicks or double clicks to on this particular one. So we can only give some commands. So according to the command, it will act. That is why it is called the command line interface, and it is an operating system. Got it?
Okay, sir.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Right. Okay. So yeah, this particular topics are sufficient, people. You don't need to clarify it. So less storage space, ability to share resources, ability to control central software. I'm moving up a little bit. Let me know when you are done.
Done, sir.
Okay. So I'm moving a little upward again. Okay, are we done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, one is done. How about others? Okay,
Done, sir.
right. Anyone who is still writing? Okay, are we done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how about others? Anyone who is still writing?
Done, sir.
Okay. All right, we are moving forward. All right, so we are moving forward. We are going to write the disadvantages of networking. People, here you only need to write the topics, the highlighted part only. Don't go for anything else. So here it comes, the disadvantages of networking. So the first disadvantage is when a hacker or an unauthorized person like enter into the particular network, the entire network will be spread. Right, as well as like the breakdown of networks, like when it comes to the cables and all these things, sometimes they can be breakdown, or like there can be many physical reasons for them to get breakdown. And viruses, which we call in simple terms, in common terms, we call it malwares. The software which are made to hardware to made to like like in a malware will like make things the other way around, like your folders and files can be converted into something else, they can be hidden, some data can be stolen, right? Even when it comes to the very extreme part, they are like searching for something like, oh, like money or some donations, not actually the donations, like money and all these things from this, right? So, but anyway, when it comes to the virus, it's not a good sign. And then the computer breakdowns, those can be happen, right? So like the network is good, but the devices are broken, so network won't work. Training requirements, like there should be someone who can train, or like who can direct the newcomers, without a doubt, right? So for that, a specific train is needed. Not everyone can manage a particular training requirement. There are some specific people who really believe in that, and we are going to respond as it is, so like the trained as it is. Okay, so let's write about this as well. Advantages of networking. Advantages of networking. It is the topic. Okay, so go with the first one. Possible security issues. Yeah, not underline. Right, this one.
So under possible security issues, we have to write, no?
Yes, you have to write. Breakdown of network. And people, before I forget, we are having a small exam from these two lessons, right? It's going to be an online exam. I'll tell you how to face that. You only need a device and a browser, so you can log into the my LMS and do the paper, right? So get ready. Give your best shot on that. Like only two lessons are there, so you can do that, right? So get ready for next week. We are going to do the paper in the class. All right. So just from the first and second lesson, right? Right by next week. Next week means like 3rd of May.
May 3rd, sir.
Yeah, May 3rd. So get ready. You are going to answer the questions in the class by staying in the class, right?
Sir,
Yes, Rizwan.
sir, for possible security issues like hacking, someone entering a virus is also a security issue, no, sir?
Yeah, can be, but security purpose, like having a virus can breach your security. Not that it is a security matter, right? The virus will help to break the security. Let me know when you are done, people.
Don't see.
Okay. How about others?
As well as there are unofficial hackers, there are official hackers as well, no, sir?
Yeah, yes. Like we call them the white collar hackers, or like the white hackers. Right, because they are being hired to find out how a hacker can attack to a particular network. So they always try to attack the network. So the network administrator and his staff will recognize how that is being happen, and then they are making the possible or the relevant solutions for those. Okay, so moving forward, we'll go with the virus. People, give me a second.
Done, sir.
All right. Anyone who is still doing? Okay, Nithuli, you are going to receive the paper through my LMS tour. It's kind of an online paper, but not a Google form. You will experience it. All right, so I'll tell you how to refer the paper on the next week when we participate to the session. Right, so then you will be able to do the session, do the exam. Okay. Are we done, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right, okay. Anyone who is still writing? No one, right? Okay, so we'll move to the practical lesson now. All right, hold on a minute. Yeah, now before that, can I know what's the situation of your schools? Like the international schools, I think they have going with the syllabus, like they have started the syllabus like way back than the government schools. So how about the situation of the government schools? Did you start the first lesson? Yes, people? Okay. Okay, Mihini. Not yet, right? Right, never mind, never mind. Okay, so right, is there any school which started practical lessons straight away? Okay, right. All right, so let's start the practical lesson. So when we are doing the practical lessons, I will be giving you some homework to be done. That means a small practical will be given each and every week. So you have to do the complete the practical, right, and send it to me or email it to me, right? So I will go through and check whether you are able to capture the things that we were talking or like we were discussing during the lesson, right? So yeah, so let me take you to the first practical lesson, which is the 6th lesson of our syllabus, which we call the word processing software. Right, so the word processing. Now in this lesson, you are going to learn something you are familiar with already. Right, I think everyone has worked with the word software or a word processing software. Most of you are familiar with the word processing software, which is provided by the Microsoft, right, which is called the MS Word. Excuse me. So we are going to learn about that, and there will be things that you don't know regarding, but I think most of the things in the lesson you are very much familiar with for the moment. All right. So now the word processing software is there to process the words, or in other words, it is there to do the documentation part. Right, using a word processing software, we won't be able to do any analytical process or a calculation process or presentation kind of a process. We won't be able to do those kind of things. This is for the documentation, to create a letter, to create an invitation, to draft a book, right, or to draft some legal documents, right? It's the documentation part. Right, so in early days, if we want to do some documentation part, we have to write it by our own. So like if you want to make copies of it, if we are doing it manually, there will be many different things. So like there will be differences even though we are creating the same document. Like if we are creating an invitation manually, that means once we have written one particular invitation, when we are like writing the second one, even though it is the same content, there will be some differences in the formatting, sometimes maybe the colors, right? Sometimes maybe the pictures that we are placing. It won't be the very exactly same thing, right? But when it comes to the word processing software, we can create a particular document using a word processing software, and we can take the printouts, which gives us the exact same thing with the help of word processing software, right? So like these kind of things can be done, like creating and editing, inserting objects such as images, saving and retrieving, right? Print preview, which is going to be a help for you to preview how the document is going to be printed. And the spell check-ins and grammar part, as well as find it and replacing part as well. So there is a new thing called mail merge. I think you are not very much familiar with the mail merge, but it is there in the word processing software, with the word processing software. If we just hold on a second, someone is ringing me. Okay, so like before we move to the word processing software, yes, hold on. People, just a second. All right. So when it comes to the word processing software, like there are many things, or like the many different kinds of softwares that you have. Like when it comes to the MS Word, it is given by the Microsoft Corporation. So that is something that you have to pay and take, or like it's kind of a license software. So we can't use the license software like without purchasing it. We have to purchase it, right? But when it comes to the free and open source softwares, it's kind of a software which can be downloaded freely, which can be used without paying for it, right? It is available for everyone, right? So when it comes to a license one, sometimes due to some financial difficulties, some people may not be able to use it. Sometimes some people does not like to pay and purchase a software. Instead of they are just searching for a free and open source one. But again, when we are using a free and open source one, generally it will comes with some features which are not that advanced as a licensed version, because licensed versions are since the licensed versions are purchased by the people by paying for it, the people who are creating the licensed softwares, they try to create something very attractive, because they have to convince the users that you are paying for something important or something valuable, right? But when it comes to the free and open source, it is not that pressured to have something attractive, because it is free anyway. But still, if you think about free and open source softwares, which is going parallel to the word processing software, still it is having some pretty nice options and features inside with that software, right? So these are some examples for the word processing softwares, and the producers are there: ABI Word, SourceGear Corporation, FrameMaker, Adobe System Incorporated, which is a licensed one, iWork Pages, which comes with the Apple devices, a licensed one, Kingsoft Office Writer, it is come for the Android devices, which is a free and open source one. Libreoffice Writer, again a free and open source one. Microsoft Word, license one. OpenOffice Writer, again a free and open source one. And Word Perfect, which is done by the Coral Corporation. Again, you have to pay and take. All right. Okay, so shall we write the basic things about the word processing software, people? Just some particular introduction to this, right? We are not going to write many of these things because it is practicals. So I will do the practicals so you can see how these things are done. Then by referring the video, you will be able to do your practical at home. So then I can check those things out. Okay, so have the heading word processing. So it's the 6th unit.
Okay, sir. Wrote the heading.
Right. So moving forward. Yeah, so you can write these things, the facilities given by the word processing software.
Done, sir.
Okay. How about others? Anyone who is still writing? All right, it seems everyone is done. So okay, Dilendia. Okay, keep writing. All right, so can we move forward? Is there anyone who is still writing? Okay, Dua. Let me know when you are done. Yes, the retrieving means like taking, like looking things back, like we can create a particular document and save it in the computer. Later we can retrieve it. That means we are open it and see what we have done. That's what you call retrieving. Right, okay. Can we move forward? Anyone who is still writing? Okay, so moving forward. Yeah, let's write about the word processing software. And there are like license and be free and open source one. Yeah, let's write these two sentences, and later we can go for that table which has different kinds of word processing softwares.
Answer.
Okay, how about the others?
Done.
Okay, anyone who is still writing?
Done, sir.
Okay. Right, great. So we can move, right? Okay, so you can copy this onto your book, as well as like after the table, like there is a cloud version of these things as well. So let's add that to this table as well. I'll write it for you so you can have it. it's a Docs, right? Google Docs by the Google Corporation.
Done, sir.
Okay, how about others?
Done, sir.
Right. So others, anyone who is still writing? Anyone who is still writing? Right, so moving forward, yeah. So like I couldn't discuss this thing with you, like regarding the word processing software like Google Docs, right? So let me show you the Google Docs. I think you have seen this earlier as well, but I'll show you. So now I have logged into my email account, which is a Gmail account, right? And through the Gmail apps, I can log into the Docs. So this is a cloud-based word processing software. So it has some templates. If you want, we can have most templates, right? So even any like most of the word processing software have these kind of templates, like the template to create a CV, to resume, and the business letters, right? Different kind of things, right? You can use these predefined templates if you want for your work, right? Or else you can create a blank document, right? So if you create a blank document, it will give you something like this. The benefit of this is, since you are creating this on the Google Cloud, you can access this by any particular device, right? Only thing you need to do is you have to log into your email account. Then you are given the access to all the Google Drive's the applications through their documents, right? So likewise, you can log into many different things, or like refer the same document in many different devices, right? It's kind of a very good feature that we are receiving, right? Because when we are like creating a word processing software, we won't be able to access it through the any other devices, because it is depend on the device that we were creating. As well as another benefit that we are having regarding the cloud-based documents, we can share this. So using this share option, I can share it with all of you. So you, me, and everyone will be able to edit this at the same time, right? So it's pretty good when we are doing something collectively. So we will be able to come up with a very good solution, or very good outcome when we can edit a one particular document together, right? So those kind of benefits will be there, right? And we don't need to really save this thing on anywhere else. This just automatically gets saved onto the particular Google server. So it will be like, we don't have unlike the word processing software, we don't have to save it on some particular place on our computer. It is automatically being saved, right? People, hold on a second. Okay, so that is regarding the cloud-based word processing softwares. So yeah, so they have given you some particular examples as well. So we have written something over here too. So we have noted that down. Let's write these benefits, right? Then we can move how to see the to see the interface of the word processing software, right? So yeah, after the table, you can write this particular thing, right? Hold on, let me see.
Advantages of cloud computing.
Yeah, like going for the advantages of cloud computing, it's better we write it like this. Yeah, let's write this sentence. I'll read it to you. Then after we'll write these advantages. Write it like this, people. When we use a cloud-based word processing software, when we use a cloud-based word processing software, such as Google Docs, we can have some benefits as follows. We can have some benefits as follows.
Okay, sir.
So now you can copy these 4 benefits. Yeah, Varsha, you can write it like this. When we use cloud-based word processing softwares, we can have the benefits, we can have some benefits as follows. Right, so you can copy these 4 benefits.
Done, sir.
Okay. Others? Is there anyone who is still writing?
Still writing, sir.
Okay, okay, let me know when you're done.
Done, sir.
Okay, anyone who is still writing? Okay. So we are moving forward. Right, now we are get to know about the word processing software. Here they have shown you the interface. Before I start the word processing software, I just show you, like here, there are some tools that they have named. We'll learn about that. What I want to show you is like, they have introduced you the LibreOffice as well. So like LibreOffice is something a little bit different from the MS Word. We are going to talk about the MS Word in our practical sessions, right? And it's there in your book. So you go through LibreOffice as well. When it comes to the examination, they are not going to ask you the questions regarding the, neither regarding the MS Word, nor regarding the LibreOffice. They are just asking the common questions, like common tools, right? So because like, as an example, like to make a particular letter bold, the LibreOffice use the same tool as well as the MS Word using the same particular tool. So they are talking about the tools regardless of the software that we are using. So you don't need to worry that you are not learning the LibreOffice instead of you are learning the Microsoft Word, right? Both are containing the same operations, right? Okay, so like you can start the MS Word by searching it on your computer by taking the start menu. When you type the word, right? So you will be able to start it. So I'm using the Word 2019 version for you to introduce the tools and the Microsoft Word. So this is the first page, or like the very first page that you can see when you start the word processing software in Microsoft Word. It's not similar in with the other softwares. It's just unique for the MS Word. So here, and when it comes to the like, there are different kinds of versions of the word processing software, right? So like when it comes to, like, this is, even though this is a 2019 interface, when it comes to the 2017, the earlier version, it gives you a different first page, but the components are same, right? So you can find templates in any particular word processing version, MS version. So like you've seen it in the Google Docs, even here you are given some particular templates for you to adjust, or like for you to edit, right? So the beauty of this is, like, if we take a particular template, we will be able to edit it as we want. Now, if I create this particular one, like education brochure, right? The effort that I am putting to create some particular document like this, the designing part is done by the Word on behalf of us, right? So we will be getting this kind of a one. So we only need to like type a title and type the contents and fill this out, right? So it will be a very
Sir,
nice brochure. Yes, yes, Risma.
sir, we can add different pictures also.
Yes, yes. Like as you want, you can go for those kind of pictures. You can change those things as well. But when we are learning, we are not going to use the templates. We are going to stick with a blank document. So you can take the word and you can choose this blank document to fulfill or to fill out or to learn what we are going to learn today. So before I click the blank document, this new document is there for you to start a new document. And this open tool is there. If you got any document being saved in your computer using the Word, you will be able to open those documents using this open tool or like the open command. As well as in the 2019 version, they have list down some of the previous documents that you have worked, right? So you can click on that and get open as well, right? So
Excuse
now
me,
I'm
sir.
going to, oh, yeah, yes, Pita.
Sir, in 2016 version also it's there.
Yeah. In 2016, most of these features are there, but maybe the appearance is a little bit different, right? So it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter what is the version that you are going to learn. Like the things that you need to be learned, it is there in the it is there in the versions from 2007, right? So if you got a Word 2007 or something later than that, that will be quite enough for you to learn these things, right? So when I take the blank document, this is the way that you can see it, right? So at the top of it, you have a quick access toolbar, right? If you want to edit your quick access toolbar, you can click on this small arrowhead and you can tick whatever the word in front of the word. So once you tick in front of the word, that icon is going to be appeared over here, right? And if you want to edit this, you can click on that word which you want to deactivate it. So those icons will be taken away, right? So as well as here, you are given with the document name. Since you haven't saved the document one, it is the default name that is given by the Microsoft Word, right? Adulandi, it doesn't matter the 2013, it doesn't matter about the version, don't worry, right? So until the word is being saved, this document is being saved with a proper name, the default name is given, right? So the default name is here means the document is not being saved. And in 2019, they ask you to log into the Microsoft documents, or like the Microsoft Office package. That is why my name is shown over here. It is there in the 2013 and 2016 as well, as I remember. Right. So this was this is regarding this ribbon, right? I'll come to it later. And these things, three common buttons, which is the minimizing button, which minimize it to the taskbar, and the window button, which reset it to a smaller window. Then that reset button turns into the maximize button. So once you click on it, it will go all over the screen. So that is called maximize button. And the close button is there, right? So at the bottom, there are these ribbons. These are called ribbons, as well as they are called the tabs as well. So inside the tabs, you got different kinds of tools grouped into several different groups. You can see like the clipboard, the font, the paragraph, the styles, and the editing are there, right? And you are having a ruler, which is a horizontal one and a vertical one, right? So it is measured by inches, as well as this is the working area, right? So at the bottom of it, you have the status of this page, how many status of the document, how many pages are being used, how many, what is the word count, right? I'll show you how it happens next week, and what's the language that we are using in your left-hand side. And at your right-hand side, you have the Zoom controller, right? Where you can zoom in and zoom out using the Zoom controller, as well as 3 view modes. This is called the reading mode, which goes all over the screen. This is called the print layout. That is the layout that we are working usually. This is called the web layout, which shows how the web document, or like how this is being shown when this particular document is being uploaded to the web, right? So we usually work with this print layout one. So then we are going to finish our work with this given the viewing mode. Right, so people, since the time is up, I'm going to end the session from here. So by next week, I straight away start doing the practicals. So you need to do the concentration when I'm doing the practicals, and you can ask whatever the question you are getting. So later I will give you a practical lesson, or like a practical to be done at home. So you can come with that particular one, and then you can email it for me. So for this week, you don't have any homeworks, but be prepared. We are going to face the examination by next week, people. So have that in your mind, right? So we will be doing the practical sessions week after, all right? So I'll see you on next week for the very same time, and be prepared for your examination. Yes, Rizwan.